morning. Glad you could join me. And it's a beautiful sunny day, and where better to be than Cornwall? Hello? Yeah? Oh, that sounds quite good. Yeah, well, I'll be there right away. And it looks like I'm going to be a vintner for the day.
Mark.
Hey, Bob.
How are you?
So this is Camel Valley Vineyards.
Yeah.
How did you end up here?
Well, I always wanted to live somewhere nice.
Yeah.
There is nowhere nicer than this.
This is pretty
Cornwall.
good.
Yeah. I used to be an RA pilot, had a bit of an accident, and
What do you mean a bit of an accident?
I had a mid-air collision at 600 miles an hour.
Not a bit of an accident, Bob. That's quite a big accident.
It's quite a big accident, yeah. You're right there, yeah. It's quite a big accident. And then I ejected and broke my back and had a year or two crawling about, and then we did all this.
So, well, yeah, okay. So, how long has all the vineyard been here?
Since 1999, we planted it about 12 years ago.
It's fantastic. And how many bottles would you get out here?
Well, in a good year, like this is going to be a good year. Every vineyard owner thinks that this is a good year.
Yeah.
And I think we could get 10, 15,000, perhaps more bottles from
So
these
10
two
years
vineyards.
from now, you'll be going, oh, is that one? What a fantastic
I think it could
year
well
that
be.
was.
Yeah, I think it could be a great year.
So, winemaking, I mean, there's various stages to it, and I've been told to come here and basically give you a hand and find out what it's like to be a vintner.
Well, I've got some bad news for you, Mark.
Oh.
The chap who works for us has got a half day off.
Right.
And you're going to have to really pay attention to everything we do today, because I need you to help me tonight. I've got 40 odd WI ladies coming.
Right.
I need you to help me with the tour.
The tour.
And also there's a lot of work in the day. We'll be working in the vineyard.
Yeah.
So that'll give you some introduction about what you're going to tell them.
So I'm really going to have to pay attention then.
You're going to have to pay attention, Mark. And then, well, it's going to get worse, because in the winery you've got to disgorge some shit for them, and that's really hard work. You need to really concentrate on that one.
So what's the first thing then? What do I get started
The
with?
very first thing is, it's a nice cool of the day. We walk through the vineyard. There's only 8 kilometres. It won't take you long. We're just going to walk up and down and see if there's any of these. So
8 kilometres on a slope like that?
yeah.
Okay.
There's two vineyards, and mine's over there, and this is Annie's, my wife. You see. So
Right.
what I'll suggest is I'll go over there. That's the small vineyard.
Right.
I'll do that one.
Okay.
Unless you're younger or fitter than me, this is the big one. Just walk up and down. All you're looking for is sort of brown spots or white powders on the leaves or something like that. And 8 kilometres. How long can it take? Half an hour.
Half an hour?
So I'll see you in about half an hour.
You're mad.
Yeah, no need to spend hours at each vineyard, just each vine, just a quick look, and if it's okay, just off you go.
Right, okay, Bob.
Try and do 2 rows at once.
Yeah,
All
okay.
right?
Right.
Catch you later.
Yeah, thanks.
Cheers,
Bob.
Mark.
Yeah,
Bye now.
bye. Oh, Bob.
Mark,
Exhausted after that.
Oh, how'd you get on?
Well, suffice to say, there's no disease anywhere in all that lot.
Well, I would have been surprised. We've never had any disease, really. I'm glad you checked and looked for us like that, but we never had before, so, you know, just as well, though, eh?
Yeah,
Thanks for checking. Great, great.
No problem.
Great.
Now, tell me, when it comes to the tour bit, I mean, what else should I have to know about?
Well, it's nice to know a few basic facts about the vineyard. There's about 8 kilometres of rows here. There's about 8,000 vines. Nice steep slope, faces due south towards the sun, as you can see, it's beating down on us now.
It is, yeah.
We're nice and low down, nestling in the bottom of the Camel Valley. These, all these hedges provide us with a nice bit of protection from the wind and whatever. And the rows, they're laid out like this to provide their own sort of polytunnel.
Right.
So as they grow up and get bigger, as time goes on, it gets hotter and hotter and hotter. And
Down
you probably,
the bottom?
Yeah, you probably felt quite warm over there, didn't
I was a little bit
you?
on the warm side, it had to be said. But
Yeah.
right, so I'll just take that information, go off, digest it, relax, and I'll see you later on.
Oh, there's something else you should do first, because
Right.
you know it's good to have an overview of the whole place. So we're just doing a bit of bud rubbing at the moment.
Bud rubbing.
And then after, I've got some good news for you. You can cool off in the winery. We're going to go and do a bit of work in the winery later.
Oh, good.
And then we'll have a break, perhaps.
Okay.
But see how we feel, because there's a lot to do. Busy day.
Good couple of hours.
Yeah,
Really.
couple
So
of
what's
hours.
this bud rubbing?
Oh, it's easy. All you do is, your back all right?
Yeah,
you
just about.
Yeah, you just bend down and you'll find there's one or two here that shouldn't be there.
Right.
And in the end, they'd
Well, they all look like weeds. Bob.
Yeah, they look like weeds, but they're not. They'd end up being about 6 or 7 feet long if you left them, see?
So they're actually connected to the vine?
Connected to the vine. So all you got to do is easy job, just snap them off like that. They come off quite easy. And then rub all the red buds like that you see. Right. And if you can't see them, just pull a few weeds away like that. And
right.
There's only, we only left you a few hundred. We've done most of them this morning already. So that shouldn't take you very long.
A few hundred?
Just a few hundred, yeah. It's like a quick rhythm thing. Up, down, rub, rub, up, down, rub, rub. You know, it's like a speed job, really.
Okay.
You won't need to go to the gym really.
No, certainly won't, Bob.
No.
All right, well, I'll get on with this and catch up at the winery
All right, mate,
later.
I'll be getting everything ready in the winery and I'll see you later.
All right.
Yeah, enjoy that, won't you?
Yeah.
All the best. Cheers, Mark.
Right. Maybe I'll get a drink up there. Oh, the winery, Bob.
Mark.
Now, much more my end of the winemaking spectrum. How'd
the buds go? All right? The buds went all right?
Yeah,
Good,
it's bud-free zone down there, let me tell you.
Thanks very much.
Should we crack one of these open then?
Yeah, a couple of things to do first.
All right.
Yeah, and that's what we have to do is we have to get the sediment out of these.
Right.
Do you know how this is made? Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, about this time of the year when the weather started to warm up, we add sugar and yeast to a tanker finished wine, put it in champagne bottles with a metal top and a plastic insert, and then they go in these racks here. And they ferment away for 6 to 9 months to get the pressure up to about 90 psi. And then when they've got a bit of champagne flavours, and we have to taste them every day, I've already done that, we then have to put them in these racks to turn them to get the sediment in the bottom. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. The sediment's gone all the way
That
around.
creates the fizz then?
The fizz was created in there, and now we're getting the sediment in the bottom so we can get it out.
Okay, so wouldn't it be easy just to inject some carb, no?
This is all traditional method, and an interesting thing is, this is a traditional method so that the fizz will stay in for a long time. And the interesting thing is, if you use this method in champagne, you call it champagne. We use this method in Cornwall, so we call it Cornwall.
Very good.
Makes
I
sense
like
to
that.
me.
I like
Makes
that.
sense to me.
So what, you have to turn these morning and night?
Morning and night.
So show me, how do you turn them?
Well, just like this. You can do it with 2 hands if you like, and there's only about 8 or 900 here. Won't
Yeah,
take
but they've
you.
been done already, haven't they?
No, I've just started.
Oh.
I've just started.
Well,
So,
I'll go and get the drinks then, or
well, if you do this a little bit, I'll be getting set up for disgorging, and then we can try some a bit
So I'll
later.
turn all
yeah.
800
Yeah,
then.
it's nice and cool in here. You cool down lovely.
Okay, lovely. Got a bit of a repetitive stress disorder after that, all that turning, Bob.
You'll find after a day or two it just gets worse.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
So, what are we doing in here?
Well, what we're doing now is, you've done all that hard work to get the sediment in the end.
Yeah.
So now we've got to remove the sediment without taking the wine out of the bottle,
Right.
and without being Paul Daniels.
Right, well, good. I don't want to be pulled down.
Well, there you are. You're right on one count. There you are.
So, how long before, say, that wine in there, this, that champagne in there, this happens to that?
Well, that's being turned now for 6 or 8 weeks, so it could happen now.
Right.
But basically, we're not quite ready to do that lot now. We've got other things in the winery to do.
Okay.
But we do need 1 or 2 for tonight for these ladies that are visiting.
Now that noise there, that's chilling the end of the champagne over there, isn't it?
Yeah, it takes the tip of the sediment down to -35. If you put your hand in there, you'd come out like Sir Ranulph Fiennes.
Really?
After one of his trips to the Arctic.
Good. I don't want to be him either.
Good.
Although,
Good.
a very impressive man.
Very impressive man.
Anyway, let's get one of those bottles over here and I'll give it a go. So, what's the trick?
Well, the trick is, you may just see the sediment is frozen in the end there. It's hard to see that, but just see the freezing over there.
Right.
All you need to do is to hold it in here so it doesn't splatter you too much.
Right.
Locate your beer can opener, which you've done before, I'm sure, or beer bottle opener.
The odd time.
And then give it a flick, and as you give it a flick, turn it the right way up. If it doesn't come straight off, don't panic.
Right.
Okay? Just slowly do it and concentrate on doing it. And once it's out and the sediment's gone, you can put your thumb over the end if it decides to rush out.
Okay. So, and roughly how much money will I be losing you if I get this wrong?
About 14 quid. Which,
Okay.
Which is probably your whole week's salary, I know.
It
that.
is.
There
It
you
is.
go.
For this programme, it is, yes. Okay.
Right,
I'm
leave
ready.
it pointing down for a bit. There
Right,
you go.
there we go.
While you get located.
Gently
There you
does
are.
it. So,
Yeah.
and then over the top it goes.
Yeah, put it quite a long way in so you don't splatter yourself too much.
I'm just locating, Bob.
Yeah. When you locate it, put it upright a little bit.
Yeah.
And now away you go. Now put your thumb over the end. Brilliant. That's brilliant. Fantastic.
Bob,
You've
what?
done this before, haven't you?
No.
Oh.
What is that all over me, Bob?
You know that white suit that was there when you came? You,
Yeah.
you could have worn that. It would have.
Yeah,
Stop that.
that looks disgusting.
Yeah, that's yeast.
Good.
That's sediment, that is.
Well, after all that, Bob.
Just think how you look when you've done 1200.
Yeah, no, really, I look lovely.
Yeah.
So,
Try some.
oh, at least we get, there are perks
Yeah,
to this.
this
then.
is your first drink.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
Now, I'll tell you what.
Now, what year is this, Bob?
This is 99. It's won
99.
2 gold medals.
Has
An
it?
International Wine Challenge Award.
So it better be good then.
It is
'cause
very
it's
good.
all over me.
It's very good. There you go. Give that a try.
Right. Any special way I should be trying this, Bob?
Have a sniff to make sure it smells nice, and then have a bit of a gargle and a taste and see what you think.
Smells nice.
Good.
That's a delicious champagne, Bob.
Good. Glad you liked it, mate. Excellent.
So, good. I'll just take the rest of that bottle and relax now.
Well, it's lunch now.
Is it?
Oh, got some wines to taste first.
Really? What?
Yeah,
What for?
we've got a competition to enter. We know we're entering that because it's brilliant, but we've got 2 or 3 other still wines to decide which is the best one to enter the United Kingdom Wine of the Year competition.
So more drinking then?
More drinking.
Excellent.
More drinking.
Cheers.
Cheers. Good health.
Well, that was quite a morning, Bob. Not exactly what you would describe as easy. It's quite hard work.
You did very well, Mark. You know, it's not easy. Well done.
Well, I'm very pleased you say that, Bob. But what I'm actually more pleased about is the fact that we seem to have 3 wines here that we're going to try. But why have we got these here?
Well, it's really important. We've got to select the best of these 3 for the United Kingdom Vineyard Association Wine of the Year competition.
Well, any help I can be, Bob, I'm your man.
Right. Now, what we're looking for, there's 3 wines here. I'll pour some in each glass. And we're looking for a good smell, called an aroma, or a bouquet, depending on the age of the wine. And a nice fruity taste with a little bit of interesting aftertaste. We'll take it as red that they're clear. You don't have to check for clarity.
Okay.
And then, let's see how we do, shall we?
Okay.
I'll pour a drop in each.
Right, now what's this one?
Well, it's best not to know, really.
Okay.
If you know, it
I'm not-
affects
I'm not
how
gonna
you
know
think
then.
about it. So you just
I'll
have
give
a
that a
sip,
sniff.
have a sniff and a slurp.
That's quite, it smells quite sugary, that one. So almost sweet in a way. Got a sweet nose on it, that one. It's quite fruity, that, isn't it? That one. He's not, Bob, see, Bob's not giving away anything
no,
at this
not saying
stage.
a word.
So quite sweet nose, but fruity taste. Oh, different altogether. That's quite, it's flowery. It's got flowers, that one.
Right.
You see? That's a much mellower taste, that one, to the one before. I quite like that one. And at the end of this, Bob's going to tell me I know nothing. Watch. Okay, this is the final one. That's much more gentle nose on it, that one. That's my favourite.
Good man.
Yeah?
Good man, because this wine actually won the competition
See?
in 1999.
I'm not just a buffoon.
It won the President's Trophy for the best wine of any colour, style, vintage or type. If
Yeah.
you think about it, it covers every wine there is. And as
You've
that
kind
was-
of won outright there,
yeah,
really.
and as that was the last one of the millennium, we reckon that means that was the best wine for 1,000 years.
Well, what I'll do, Bob, is I'll sit here and do my best to get through most of these 3 bottles and just relax.
Little thing first. Got to practice for
It's always
tonight's
one
tour.
thing, isn't it?
Practice for tonight's tour because we've got these 47 Women's Institute ladies coming.
Right.
And you need to be spot on. Now, we've just got a small tour today,
Okay.
so you can listen to that and watch and learn, and then it'll be you tonight.
Okay, so no drinking then.
Best not.
Okay. Let's go.
So the beginning of July then, these will all be pinprick sized grapes. And then between the beginning of July and the beginning of September, they swell to become grape-sized grapes. And then they're ripe by the middle of October. Now, if they're not ripe by the middle of October, we'll just wait till the end of October. Because again, this is Cornwall and we have a long growing season. We don't have sudden winters. Now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the tour. We could just about pick a ton in a day, but we wouldn't be able to get up the next day. There's just not enough of us. You need about 20 or 30 people when you're picking so that you can enjoy it. The secret of making nice wine is to stop the fruit oxidising once you picked it. That's it. There's no more to it than that. And to stop that, you need to make it quickly. This setup here will turn 3 tons of grapes into 1,800 litres of juice in an hour. Our most important drink, however, is through the doors. We have to pick our way a bit because we've been disgorging a bit of champagne this morning and a little bit got spilled. So follow me. We call this Cornwall on the basis that sparkling wines made in Champagne should be called Champagne. So sparkling wines made in Cornwall should be called Cornwall. And you probably noticed the millionth person to go round Eden yesterday in the local paper had a bottle of this, a bottle of Cornwall. And when Prince Charles came, there was 150 bottles delivered to the Eden Project. So what you get a chance now to try any of the wines that are on the wine list after the tour, and you can decide whether I've been talking utter nonsense or not.
So Bob, there's a few more people later on, isn't there?
Yeah, just about 40 more, I think.
How am I going to remember all that stuff in there?
We have to practice.
Oh, right.
And, I told you to pay attention, didn't I?
I don't think I have been.
Sure. Okay, that's that one.
Oh, Bob, they all seem quite satisfied with your tour. Do you think I'm going to do as well with the WI?
Of course. I mean, you're a seasoned television presenter with years of experience behind you, and you've done most of the jobs today. I don't think you'll have any trouble at all.
The only thing is, Bob, I can't remember any of it.
Ah, well, we'll practice over a glass of wine.
All right then, let's go. So, Bob, 47 women from the WI. That's quite daunting.
You'll be fine, Mark. All that practice you've had today in the vineyard, you know all about it now, so it'll be quite straightforward for you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, just run on adrenaline.
Oh, right then. So, how's it going to run?
Well, the best thing is just think of the year of a vine. Start now. When they arrive, just tell them what's happening now.
Right.
And then take it back to, say, Easter. And then just work through the year in your own mind until the grapes get picked. And then you're ready to go. And then I'll take them in the winery and tell them how we make the wine from then on.
Oh, good. You do that bit, because
I'll
it's
do
a bit
that
complicated.
bit. Yeah, it's complicated.
Yeah, no, I don't want to get involved in that. Okay, then, well, yeah, I think I'll do all right.
You feeling ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Good, because that's the coach.
What? Oh, no, I don't know whether I am ready
Yeah.
now.
You ready? You're easy ready.
Bob,
Come on, let's go.
No, I think I might go and hide.
All right. Is this going back to...
Just everybody, just listen up for a second if you wouldn't mind, and I'll just tell you how the evening is going to progress. We'll walk around the other side of the coach, just stand in front of the vineyard. Mark will give you a few words about the vineyard, and then we'll go back in. You won't get muddy or anything like that.
Mark, come in.
Okay, it's the big moment. They're all here. They're going to crowd around the top there, and I'll talk them through the vines. Oh, don't go any further. I'm going to be talking you all through it here. Okay. All right. Well, keep moving down then.
Perhaps go a few deeper there, and you want to go a little bit further down, and we'll get everybody in.
All right.
That'll be
A little
great.
bit further down now. I told them to stop.
There
I
you
was
are.
telling them to go further down. He's already ruining my piece. May I start by welcoming you to the Camel Valley Vineyard. And can I just say, you're very lucky because you've come at a very exciting time in the year in winemaking, because the vines themselves are actually flowering now, which means, hold on if I remember this correctly, Bob?
It means we're going to get grapes.
Oh, that's it. Yes. If your vines flower at this time of year, and this weather is like this, nice, hot and dry, it means you're going to have a bumper crop. What is it, Bob? About 20,000 tonnes?
20 tonnes. Mark.
20 tonnes. Sorry. 20 tonnes. Even. There's a man here who agrees with me, and agrees with you, Bob, because you told me that. Now, what else have we got? Hold on. Hold on. You've got to keep. Do you mind? I'm trying to do a talk for these people here, and all you're doing is just putting me off. Hold on, Bob. Where do we go from tacking in?
Tucking in, then we've got to top them.
But what about rubbing the buds?
Yeah, I thought Mark's been rubbing buds all morning on the
I've been
stems.
rubbing buds all day. I want to
Yeah.
get that in at some point. Obviously, as you can tell from that little piece, I'm quite an expert on these vines now. So if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask them now.
Roses.
What about the roses? Now, you see, there's a good reason for the roses, because the roses will tell you when there's mildew, because they'll get it first, and it'll stop it on the vines. But the reality is, nowadays, vines don't get mildew, so they're just there to look nice. Right, are there any other questions?
Yes. When do you actually harvest the grapes?
20 years.
In about mid-October, or late October, depending on whether they've reached ripeness or not. See, I knew the answer to that one.
When can we sample it?
When can you sample the stuff? Well, Bob is going to take you up to the winery now, talk you through the rest of the process of taking them off the vines here and turning it into wine. And then, after that, you'll get to drink some of it.
Thanks.
Here, Bob. Right, I'm exhausted.
Yeah,
Sunburn.
yeah.
That was traumatising,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
say the
You
least.
did
So-
really well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm just going to get back to London.
Yeah,
now.
but you've forgotten something. Yeah, we've got to turn the champagne bottles again before we go, and I'm tied up with this tour now, so it have to be you.
Oh, for goodness sake. All right then, come on, let's go.
Right, mate.
Cutting down those vines like a yo-yo, and everything I had to drink, I had to spit out. Wine drinking, that's what I prefer. Goodness me.